Hello again and welcome to video number 3 from Vespa Adventures. I'm Andy and this is Mrs. B, my lovely wife Julie.
Hello.
A couple of weeks ago, trying to progress the videos and stuff that I've been trying to get going on here, is I've treated myself to a second-hand from Hpe Go Pro with the thought of working out a few different ways of fixing it onto the bike and taking some different video. In that process I went on to Amazon and started putting a few things that may be of interest into the Amazon basket. Got a lovely surprise on Friday morning because the stuff that I put on the Amazon basket turned up on the doorstep. Turned out that Julie had ordered a vacuum cleaner filter, something really mundane, not checked there's anything else in the basket, so thank you very much, that's very generous.
Right, it's a Christmas present sorted, isn't it?
Oh, okay, well we know where we are then, don't we? So I'm going to show you the accessories and then we're going to see where they fit on the scooters, go out for a ride, switch them around a bit, take a bit of video and see how it all turns out. So fingers crossed we might have something to show you. Well, the three accessories that seem to be my Christmas present that have arrived this week are this 3-piece extension, obviously can be broken down into short, medium, long and then add them all together. A magnetic mount, which I'm really interested to see. It feels like a really strong magnet with the ram ball, so that should give you all sorts of options for sticking on the side panels, etc. And a double ram ball clamp, which again should give you with the racks and mirrors and bits and pieces we have on the Vespas. That should give me some really good options to film forwards, backwards, sideways, low angles, high angles. And the final accessory is the helmet mount. Now I was a bit skeptical about using the stick-on type helmet mount, just a little bit nervous, so I'm going to try this one that actually physically attaches to the helmet and seems to be causing a few limitations with the helmet, but we'll see how the camera position works. A couple of other accessories that I already have, as we already had this little GoPro style 8-man, sort of much cheaper version of an action camera, so we'll see how that actually works. And I've got a sucker mount here, but it looks pretty cheap, so I'm going to be very wary about what I use that for, if at all, but we'll try it out and we'll see. So I've got a feeling I'll be trying this one with the cheap camera, not the GoPro. So we'll get the bikes out, we'll start fitting some of the accessories and see how it works. Well, there we have it. Hope you enjoyed it. We certainly enjoyed making those video clips. Come to a good few conclusions as well, so it's a very useful exercise. First conclusion is I don't really think that using the quad lock and my phone as a camera is a really viable option, apart from at very low speeds. There's just no stability to the image, which is a bit of a shame because I'm usually quite happy with the image we get from using my Google phone as a camera. Other conclusion is this little 8-man camera is workable and usable, but it does have its limitations, particularly in image stability. The other problem we had was that quite a lot of the pieces of video that we tried to take didn't come out. The main reason being is that in this protective case, the actual switch didn't really press through properly onto the switch on the camera, so therefore some of the images that we thought we were taking they didn't come out, they just didn't become a video. Very sort of quite impressed with the images from the GoPro though, considering it's a Hero 4, which is probably somewhere around about a 2015 model, so it's 6, 7, 8 years out of date now compared to the latest. I think the latest is maybe in 11. I'm pretty impressed, particularly with the clarity of the video and the image stability. It's obviously got built-in stability, which gives you less blurring, less jolting. Get me, I almost sound like I know what I'm talking about. Chest cam, I was quite impressed with the video from the chest cam. I thought it might look a bit static, but in some respects I preferred it to the chin cam view, where obviously the movement of the head gives you movement of the video, which can always be edited out, but it just gives you a bit more of a fixed, stable view, nice sort of positioning for the handlebars, the speedometer and the view ahead. Quite impressed with the chin cam too in a lot of respects though. You get more of the rider's point of view, and obviously it will also give you the option to move your head and get specific video if you see something of interest, particularly if you're riding somewhere that's nice and scenic. Did have a limitation with this fix on rather than stick on chin mount, in that the position of the straps made it a little bit tricky, particularly with the type of helmet that I use. The main reason for that is I use a flip front helmet, and my preference just to get some air up when you're stationary, just to flip the front of the helmet. You can have a conversation and then drop the helmet down again when you ride. The problem being is, if I get the angle of that right, the straps of the chin mount actually come directly over the activation button to raise the front of the helmet, which means that that's permanently pulled in or pulled up, and so the helmet wouldn't lock. So usable, I would say, from time to time, to pop it on, take some video, maybe take it off again, because it also restricts your visor closing completely, so you wouldn't want it on there all the time, I wouldn't have thought, but gives you that option to take it on, put it on, take it off, and get the bit of video you need, which might not be perfect, but I'm still happier with something that's physically mounted rather than mounted with a sticker, particularly on the chin of the helmet, because obviously it's such a curve. You see sticker mounted cameras on sides of helmets. I'm not overly keen on that viewpoint where you've got half the visor or half the rider's face, and particularly you don't really want to see half of my face. You'd rather be seeing the view, I'm sure. So I'll persevere with that one. More impressed than I thought I'd be with the chest cam view, and then the various positions around the scooter seem to work and make a little bit more of an interesting video. Mag mount I'm quite pleased with. It's really quite strong and physical. I'm not sure I'd want to test it at motorway speed, but riding around, I mean, even right down on that bit of video by the front wheel, it was, it worked very well. So that I'm sure give you a bit of versatility, because you just take it off one scooter, stick it on the other, go front, go back, without sort of unbolting clamps or anything else. So there we have it. So who knows what's next? We're heading into winter now. The weather's been pretty horrible the last few days, so not going to be many more riding videos, I wouldn't have thought, over the next sort of couple of months, but we'll see what happens, and particularly what the weather does. Got a couple of slideshows I want to maybe edit and try and put onto the channel. We'll see how that works out. We did the North Coast 500 last summer, and this year we had a fantastic trip to Guimarães near Porto for European Vespa days. So Julie is team photographer, she takes loads and loads of pictures, so we're going to have a sort through, see what comes out and see whether it's worth putting a slideshow together. But until next time, thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe as usual, try and build the channel up and get a few followers, and we'll progress it from there.